Wouldn't you feel helpless if your home was under attack and you could do nothing to protect yourself and your family, and even the police could do nothing for you? Well, when it comes to the victims of the injustices committed by natural gas drilling companies, this is exactly what they have to go through every day. In areas near fracking sites where unimaginable amounts of pollution occur, negative effects of the process of fracking can be seen everywhere. It pollutes the air and groundwater, poses health risks to humans and animals alike, and is enabled by corrupt government officials and agencies. This must be stopped because it is unfair and unjust, and no one should have to live their life in constant fear or feel like their voice is not heard. Companies drilling for natural gas like to paint this picture of natural gas as being a green or alternative fuel for our future. Fracking itself is the process where a hole is drilled a little ways down and then much longer in a horizontal direction. Then, water, sand, and a trade secret mix of chemicals are pumped down into this hole at a very high pressure.
There are a lot of health hazards for people that live near a fracking site because they are so close to it, but the people living near them are even having difficulty selling their houses. The fissures far under the Earth's crust hit people's ground and well water, letting hazardous chemicals in, which makes their drinking water look so murky. People have backed this up by putting a match close to the water and seeing it flame up. This cannot be safe to drink whatsoever. People in most of the same areas as the fracking areas are reporting the same side effects such as skin, eye, and sensory organ damage, respiratory distress such as asthma, gastrointestinal tract and liver disease, brain and nervous system harms, cancers, and negative reproductive effects. Fracking has brought many people to protest because it has made such a horrible impact on their everyday lives. But in Sussex, some protesters were dragged away because it was creating too much of a riot. And now for the health hazards for the people that work at the fracking sites. When they're at the sites, there is a lot of crystalline silica that comes out from the site. This can then get into their lungs and cause inflammation and scarring in the form of nodular lesions in the upper lobes of the lungs. This is called silicosis. Some other hazards are that the workers can be at risk of being caught between two moving parts of a machine, falling from great heights, being struck by high-pressure lines, or fires and explosions could occur. Fracking sites should altogether become safer, but moreover, the protesters have a much better standpoint on the topic because they experienced this firsthand.
There is a such thing as safe fracking, and fracking does have benefits to the economy. Fracking generates money flow into the economy due to the selling and trading of the natural oil.
Tons of commission basically on the natural gas that was drilled from their land, and it would be a great thing, and it would bring jobs to the area, which it did bring some jobs, but most of the people actually came from Texas.
Fracking also creates jobs. There has been an increase in the employment in the mining and natural resource industries. There has also been an increase in the natural gas production in the United States. All of these benefits of fracking are just monetary benefits. Is making money really worth the danger that fracking presents? Although it may be good for the economy, it isn't good for the environment. Chemicals from fracking can pollute your drinking water.
Imagine, like a 12-person jacuzzi, a huge tank put outside their house, and Cabot Oil and Gas paid for them to get water delivered every single day, because previously
the deep drilling can create earthquakes, and in some instances, fracking can cause health issues such as rashes for some people. With the
people reported seeing, getting open sores on their leg. There was an entire street I went to called Carter Road, in which just about every resident on that street had major problems, skin breakouts.
Cons outweigh the pros of fracking. It's best not to frack, because in the end, making money isn't worth destroying the environment.